What is good, YouTube? Hey, he did it. He finally did it. Oh, Kendrick has finally dropped a 6-minute response to Drake. Oh, you know this is going to be filled with bars. Guys, I'm going to apologize because I'm going to pause this a lot because I know there's going to be bar after bar after bar after bar after bar. So if you don't like the pauses, this will not be the video for you. However, here we go. Euphoria. He says, for the beginning of this, a feeling of well-being or elation. Apparently, it is the change in mood, the feeling of euphoria and reduced anxiety that prompts people to start using the dangerous drug. They had, and then use it since they had almost a week to recover from the euphoria of Tuesday's series-winning victory. Okay, so Euphoria. I was told that this was dropped at 8:24 a.m. And so if that's the case, is Kendrick, West Side, Mr. LA, Mr. West Side, is he paying homage to the Black Mamba, Mr. Kobe, Mr. number 8, number 24? I don't know. But let's get into it. It's gonna be a long video, so I'm just gonna dive right into it. Let's go.
Euphoria.
Wait, what was that?
Euphoria.
That sounds like Richard Pryor, but in like another language. I don't know what that is.
Euphoria.
Guys, if you know what language that is or what that is, please hit me up in the comments on that one. But it sounds like Richard Pryor.
Euphoria. Them superpowers getting neutralized. I can only watch in silence.
Sorry, I was still thinking about the Richard Pryor thing. So, Euphoria. So, it's going to be a double, obviously. He's saying that, hey, Drake, you're feeling like you've been in this euphoric state. You've had, the last, 15, 20 days, whatever it is that I haven't responded to you. You've been feeling really good, but I'm about to burst your bubble, buddy. So it can be a euphoric high or it could be, I'm about to burst your bubble. But let's get into this.
Euphoria.
Love that.
Them superpowers getting neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling.
Oh, is this a shout out to J. Cole and Drake and the rest of the big three? Oh, is he just saying, listen, y'all are spiraling. I'm just sitting out here by myself doing my own thing. And you guys are throwing diss tracks at me and then apologizing, and then you guys are just spiraling. He's like, hey, you guys have been neutralized. You guys have been neutered. You guys are spiraling out of control, and I'm just sitting here from the sidelines watching that. Oh, this is hilarious.
Them superpowers getting neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. I calculate you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle.
So a nice math scheme there, I calculate that you're calculated. I can even predict your angle. The nice math scheme there. But this is like a smooth flow. I'm loving this. I'm digging this vibe. It's 6 minutes. Like, it's a 6-minute, almost a 7-minute diss. He's going to be spitting fire. But I love how he's just coming in with a nice little flow.
It's distasteful. I calculate you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale.
Shout out to Mr. Morale and the big steppers. Mr. Morale obviously being Kendrick himself.
Picture angle. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now.
Oh, here we go. He's like, listen, Mr. Talltail. You're gonna do my short jokes, Mr. Talltail. You want to bring some lies? Oh, here we go.
The morale, a pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a
Drake. Are you making things up? Were you not spitting facts? Are you the master manipulator?
Morale, A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection.
Oh, he brings up Tommy. I don't know how to say his last name. Health, whatever he said, Mr. Tommy H. And we know who Tommy H was. He was a designer, kind of like an upper class, like white designer. And the rumor has it, and it's been debunked obviously, but the rumor is that he had gone on Oprah in the 90s saying that he didn't want the lower class citizens, aka the blacks, wearing his clothing. And it was a big thing, and so people started boycotting his work. Now, again, I heard it was debunked. I don't know much about it. But he's saying here, and I love this, he says, you're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist, you know, and you know, with the hopes of being accepted, like Tommy H. He wanted to be accepted because he obviously didn't say that, but he was boycotted. And he says, but FUBU, which is primarily culturally, the African Americans, that sounds so horrible. Sorry, guys. It's primarily, there's a lot of African Americans who buy that clothing. It's culturally in that scene there. And he says, listen, that's never been in your collection. So what he's saying here, Kendrick's saying, listen, Drake, you're a white boy. You're a white boy. That's what he's saying, dude. That's so bad. Oh, he's calling him a white boy.
Being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection. I make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness.
Oh, there's a bar there too. So he said, listen, I make music that electrifies them. I make music that makes them talk, that makes them spin things out. You make music to pacify them. I'm giving them what they need. You're not what they want. You're giving them what they want, not what they need. And your music is like a pacifier. It stops people from talking. I create the buzz. People just put a pacifier in your mouth, Drake, and shut you up.
That pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar. This
hold
time
on, let me get this back.
You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness.
So he, again, going on that pacifier scheme, he's like, hey, Drake, your music puts people to sleep.
Pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truth about you.
Hold on. He's doing that. That's from his song Heart. What is it? Part 4? I think that's what it is. And what he's doing, and it's gonna build up here. You can hear that. So he's sending a warning shot here. He's like, listen, bro, you're gonna come at me with lies. Don't be telling lies, because if you tell lies, I'll tell the truth about you. Oh, look at. We know Drake has another one in the chamber. We know he has another diss track. And he's like, listen, I'm going to spit out the dirt. I'm going to spit out the dirt. Where you at? And it looks like they both have dirt on each other. Woo! This is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly.
But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
Shoo! Oh, he's batting him away like a gnat. He's like, hey, you're an annoying gnat. Shoo. Get away from me, you gnat. Shoo. It's building up.
Beep. Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper. Nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay.
Okay, so cool. So he's actually responding here. He's like, listen, I haven't responded in so long because I'm on my own island, you know? You're not on my radar. You're like, yeah, I may have dropped the diss track, but I'm off doing my own thing. I'm not on social media. I'm not following the hype. I'm doing my own thing there. And then he says, I ain't thinking about no reaper, and I think the reference is gonna be, and then he says, I'm reaping what I sow. But again, I think he's talking about the Grim Reaper, like, you know, he's reaping death. He's about to reap death on Drake right now. This is, let's go.
Right here's remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper. Nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house like I'm Joe, okay.
Oh, so Benjamin and Jackson's. So And I love this because he's doing a double here. He's like, hey, I've got stacks of money. I've got Benjamins. I've got Jacksons. And then he spins the Jackson because like, hey, Joe Jackson, Michael Jackson's father, you know, I'm like, you know, I've got the Benjamins. I've got the Jacksons. And so what he's doing here and what I believe he's doing is, hey, son, hey, child, hey, Junior, Drake, I'm talking to you. I'm like the Joe Jackson to you. Like, I am your father. Start calling him Luke. Luke, I am your father.
Reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys and them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame.
Oh, I love this because he's doing the Hellcat demon scheme. And so he's like, listen, and doesn't Drake, because I know Drake has an $8 million car collection. Doesn't he own a Hellcat? Like a V12, like a muscle car? I think a V6, it might be V6, V8, I don't know what they are. But I know he has a huge car collection, and he's like, listen, hey, Hellcat made his homeboys and them type sell their souls, okay? So he's like, listen, you and your crew have sold your souls for the industry. I'm not that person. Dude, we know Kendrick's coming with the bars. Oh.
By your throwaway, and I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever watch your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate.
Okay, so he's doing a couple things here too. So he's obviously doing the poker scheme. Poker, straight, poker face, straight. But is he calling Drake a little gay boy here? Is he saying, listen, I've come out of the closet, Kendrick's saying. I come out of the closet straight. Is he implying that, Drake, you didn't come out of the closet straight? Oh, I want to hear this again.
Make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever watch your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open?
Oh wait,
have you?
I think I went the wrong way. Sorry, guys.
People, yeah. Shoo. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys and them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever watch your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well,
hold on here. So he also what did he say?
Like with a poker face. Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case?
Is that a reference? Because I know that Kendrick Lamar has some open cases. Is he talking about himself, or is he talking about the hush money that Drake paid about the underage? Well, if you know, you know.
Down like with a poker face. Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight.
Oh, there's a bar I missed too. So he says, listen, I have failed both. Like, I've come out straight, like using the both bar, like I'm bisexual. Not that he's bisexual, but it's the bisexual bar, because like, listen, he's done the poker face, he's doing the straight, the gay thing, so it could be there. He might be calling you a little going both ways there, Drake.
Like to an open case. Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then I hop online like pray for my city, he faking for likes and digital hugs.
So Kendrick is doing a religious scheme here, and he's like, listen, when somebody dies, here's the first one, it's a double. When somebody dies, it's like they turn into a nun, right? But because you turn into a N-U-N, you're like a nun, like a priest and a nun, but you turn into a no one, a nun, when you're dead, you're gone, you're done, it's all over with, you're a nun, you're a nobody. But at the same time, when somebody dies, people clearly will have blood on their hands. And he's like, listen, when somebody dies, you people who have blood on your hand, you're acting like you're all innocent and you're pure, like a nun. but you're not. You've got blood on your hands. You're the reason why. You're rapping all of this stuff about guns. People are dying, and then you're like, I'm gonna play the holy route and see, like a nun. I'm gonna pray for your city. I'm gonna do that. And the reason why you do it, he says, is because you want to know. You want the hugs or the likes on the socials. I just unplugged my headphones. Make sure it's plugged in. Dude, he's spitting. He's like, dude. He's like, you're deceptive. You're not honest. You're manipulating things. You know, you're not in this for the real thing. Like you're a fraud is what he's calling Drake. Fire.
They die, they turn to nuns, then hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be Junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. He hate when I rap or talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be Junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park your son.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Park his son, like sit down, boy, but Parkinson's, and when you have Parkinson's, I think of Michael J. Fox, who has Parkinson's disease, right? You're shaky because of the Parkinson's, dementia, you forget your memory, you forget your mind. Oh, he's spitting out doubles and triples here. Oh, wow, you forgot what you did because you have dementia. You've got Parkinson's. Park your seat down there, boy. You're not ready for this one. I was waiting for this. I'm so excited. I'm so glad he responded. Oh, I have been waiting for this. Thank you, Kendrick. Thank you. Because we know you got the bars. Oh.
Forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park your son. The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't.
If you know, you know about the Drake thing.
I park your son.
Good old Draco.
They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park your son. The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nickel make Pac turn in his grave.
There's a lot here, guys. There's a lot to unpack. So, the obvious diss here, the first thing he says is, listen, my homies told me to aim high to shoot at you. So I was aiming high, but it was too high. I actually, short little Kendrick Lamar here, I had to aim lower because even in my short status, I'm higher than you, Drake, is what he says. Ooh, that's fire. So that's the first one. And then he talks about, he said something about rings. I want to hear this again.
I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nickel make Pac turn in his grave.
Okay.
Down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage.
Okay.
I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nickel make Pac turn in his grave.
So we know this too, guys. And well, it's news that it has been claimed, and I believe it's been verified, that the last ring that Tupac wore on his last public appearance before he was killed, that ring sold for $1 million, a little bit more than $1 million. And the buyer has been alleged, and I think verified, was Drake, that Drake bought Pac's ring. And he's saying, listen, you got this ring made of gold and stuff, but it belongs to the West Coast. It doesn't belong to a Canadian, you know? And Pac would turn in his grave if he knew you had it. So again, he said, you're not a part of this. You're not a part of the West Coast theme. So he's spitting out and saying, you don't belong here, Drake. You don't belong here.
God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nickel make Pac turn in his grave. Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids?
Hey, you got things twisted. What are twisted? Braids are twisted, but they're so tight they're messing with your brain.
Pac turn in his grave. Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay. It's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me.
So he says, I don't want to talk on a celly. And then he's talking about, I've got language barriers. I don't speak your language. I don't speak your accent. Drake, J. Cole, I don't speak your language. There might be top 3, but I'm really on top. There's only one top. It's me. And I don't speak your guys' language is what he's saying. And then he said something else here about selling.
Deaf, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent.
But what did he say before that? Like, I love him to death?
Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the brakes? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay. There's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing.
There's 3 ghosts left. There's 2 of them hugging and kissing because we know that this is a shot to both Drake and J. Cole. Because J. Cole threw out a disc and then apologized, which as a pastor, I think that's great. He apologized. That's great. But in hip hop, you don't apologize. And he's like, hey, you guys are over there hugging and kissing. You guys are all, and I'm just standing here on the sidelines because I'm the king. Oh, that's fire. That's fire. That's fire.
Okay. There's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. Okay. There's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't want to talk on no celly. Okay. You know I got language barriers. There's no accent you can sell me.
Oh, okay. So there's a bar out there. He's like, listen, in 8 bars I'm gonna explain this, but a cell phone bar. I don't want to talk on my celly, my phone, my bar. So there's a bar there. And again, that's gonna be 8 bars. I assume talking about J. Cole there. You know, which is a great scheme there.
To talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. There's no accent you can sell me.
Yeah, and he says there's no accent you can sell me. Like, I'm not buying your crap. You can give me you can try and sell me all the stuff you want. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying your cell phone. I'm not buying your garbage. I'm not buying any of that.
Talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. There's no accent you can sell me. Yeah, Cole and Ivory know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy.
Oh!
I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
Oh! J. Cole! J. Cole! J. Cole, you're not top 3 no more. That's what he's saying. I mean, you're not top dog. You're not even a contender anymore. He's like, there's 3 goats left, you know? And 2 of them are not as straight or straight shooters, because he's already talked about the closet scheme, which only leaves 1 goat, Kendrick. And he's like, listen, I've got the crown, and it's heavy, but it's mine. I've got that crown, you know? Oh, dude. And then he did a shout out to, what is it, YNM Melly? Let me hear what he said.
Selfish here. Nigga, the crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
Oh, he says, listen, you guys are saying you're my friends. I hope you're my friends, because if you're not my friends, I'm going to go Melly on you, YNM Melly, because Melly wrote a song, Murder on My Mind. And Kendrick's saying, listen, I've got murder on my mind. I'm coming out. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to do it. Oh, is that what he's saying? He's going to take you out? Hey, he's going to murder you in this rap beef? Well, I mean, it's Kendrick. Kendrick's gonna murder everybody. That's what he does.
Nigga, the crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck.
Is that Pharrell Williams?
YNW Melly. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet.
There's a lot to unpack here. Dude, he's gonna fry my brain. He's gonna fry my brain. Okay, let's get this back.
Fuck all that pushing P. Like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef.
All right, so we know that Pharrell Williams helped write the song for Kendrick Lamar, the song All Right. He sang the hook on it. He wrote the song, and they, I believe that was his number 1, right? One of his number 1s that went there. And then we know that the next one is Terrence Thornton and Terrence Crawford. Let me hear what he says here.
Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet.
Yeah, so Terrence Thornton, he's known as obviously Pusha T, which is going to reference the double that he did there. Like, you're not going to push P's, push pills, be a parent kind of thing. So it's a, sorry, I'm getting a little dizzy here. I get vertigo sometimes, so I have to deal with that. So we know that Pusha T was in a duo called The Clips or Clips. So I don't know if he's saying I got you in the clip, but then he says Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford was I think he's a lightweight or he's some kind of weight, but he was a champion in boxing, an undisputed champion. And so he's like, listen, he says you're better off spinning. Gosh. I get so excited, I gotta slow down.
Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me.
Yeah, so if you're gonna mess with Pharrell, you're messing with me, you know? And Pharrell is Terrence Thornton, and I'm Terrence Crawford, so you're gonna get a double whammy. We're both coming after you. You come after me, you come after him, you coming after me. It's like one and the same.
He's Terrence Thornton, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater.
Well, shout out to Gunna. He's like, listen, you want to make this personal? Because we know Drake went after K-Dot, Mr. Kendrick's wife. He goes, you want to make this personal? I got stuff on you that makes Gunna look like a saint. Now, we know that Gunna is being charged right now with racketeering, drug possession, with the intent to sell. He's got a lot of charges pending against him. And I'm going to make that guy look like a saint, he says.
Some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk the way.
But why would he's like, if you make it personal, if you share my dirty, so we know Drake said that I've got dirty laundry on you. I'm gonna air it all out. And now he's saying, listen, you're it all out. I'm gonna air yours out. So they have dirt on each other. We know that Drake has another diss track in the pocket, which tells me that Kendrick also has a diss track here in the pocket.
This has always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater.
Okay, you're the biggest hater? Tell me.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak diss. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct.
Oh, Kendrick, tell me how you really feel. So you hate everything about Drake, but he says, listen, because we know that Drake has been dissing Kendrick for the longest time, just kind of backhanding, kind of like subliminal diss, right? And Kendrick says, listen, if you diss me, you can do it all privately and sneaky. I'm going to do it like a flight. I'm going to come in like a banger. I'm going to come in hardcore, but it's a direct flight. I'm going to name it right at you. A direct flight right at you. That's a bar. That's a great bar. I love those bars.
I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak diss. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we. It's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
He's snapping, dude. He's snapping. He's like, hey, I don't just hate you, Drake. Let's make that clear. The culture, we all hate you. You're a fraud. You're a manipulator. You're not the real thing. Oh.
Myself with real women. Then notice I said we. It's not just me. I'm what the
And is that the real women a reference to the ones that weren't quite fully mature yet, as in over 18?
Cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we. It's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling. How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough?
Oh, he's throwing on that white scheme again. How many black features do you need, Drake, before you feel black enough, white boy?
Stories about your life till we had enough. How many more black features?
Hey, and I like Drake. I love Drake. I love Kendrick too. Kendrick's spitting it. Man, Kendrick is spitting this one. There's no coming. Kendrick this is already a win, and he's barely into this. Like it's almost a 7-minute diss.
How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. I'm gonna make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah,
oh, he's talking about Ovo Chubbs, who I believe is the head of security for Drake. And he's going way back. He's talking about P. Diddy. And he's like, listen, there was a song that P. Diddy put out. And, well, he didn't put it out. There was a song that I guess P. Diddy supposedly, allegedly, there's a lot of allegedly with P. Diddy these days, but allegedly, he had wrote a song and had Drake ghostwrite on the song. And then Drake liked the song so much, he released it as his own when it was really for P. Diddy. And the reality is, P. Diddy got so upset with that he came in and he beat the crap out of Drake. And he's saying, where was your head of security then? Where was it then? You think your head of security is going to help you now?
Like Drake when he act tough, you gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah, my first one like my last one. It's a classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Then tell them where you get your abs from. V12, it's a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like that.
Okay, so there's quite a few things here. He's doing, one is a car scheme. He's like, listen, he's like, it's a classic. I've got a classic. It's a V12. It's a fast one. But he's also doing a core. Like, hey, core, where did you get your abs from? Because obviously the rumor is that Drake has done some kind of body modification through the means of surgery to get his abs. But he's like, your core audience or your core fan, your core, like your stomach, they can't stomach it. Core, stomach, abs. That's a whole scheme there. And then he says something about a headshot. Let me hit this one again.
Last one, headshot.
Yeah, so again, going on that car scheme, pow, pow, pow. It's a drive-by in the car scheme, classic V12, that whole thing. And then he says this thing.
The abs from V12, it's a fast one. Last one, headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.
Oh, so he's like, listen, I'm gonna do a headshot on you, Drake, like Daft Punk, because Daft Punk is the group that wears the head thing. So he's like, listen, you're gonna need headgear, you're gonna need protection, because I'm coming for not just the jugular, I'm doing a headshot. Or as M would say, a kill shot. I'm going right for the scope. Right there. That's where I'm gonna get you. You better have your protection. Ooh.
Last one, headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Remember? Hey, top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame shit. Only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with.
Oh, so he's doing a dog scheme here too. So he says, listen, top dog, B-I-T, another word for dog, lame, S-H, crap. I don't cuss, so I try not to do that. He's saying, but listen, you think you're top dog, but even if you hang out with Yachty, who's obviously in the culture, hanging out with people in the culture doesn't make you part of the culture. You're still an imposter, he's saying. So what he's literally saying, you're a white boy, and hanging out with black folks doesn't make you blacker. You're still a white boy. That's what he's doing here.
You like being
shout out to Yachty.
Famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you
He's like, you're not relevant in the culture. Doesn't matter who you hang out with.
Miss Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess.
I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you dress. And then he says a dress, which is kind of cool. So it's like a double, the way you dress, and then almost like you're wearing a dress or a dress. And then he mentions a feature. Who's doing the feature?
The way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress. Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know that we got
Drake wanted a feature with Kendrick? Oh, things got ugly quick.
You walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress. Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess.
Oh, that's funny. So he's like, listen, Drake, you wanted a request with me, but I don't want to work with you, white boy.
We got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet.
Oh, I love the way you spun that around. Hey, they call you the boy. Well, I'm gonna pay homage to that. Drake, I'm gonna pay homage to that. You are the boy. I haven't seen the man yet because you're just a boy, and all you do is with your songs is make me want to dance. And when I'm dancing and you're the one that's making me dance with your songs, that's not really a threat to me. Go back to your melodies.
Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him?
When I see you, where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet. And it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet.
Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him?
When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches.
Oh, so again, shout out to Sexy Red. Love her. But he's like, listen, I haven't even bled him yet. Like, she's talking about, a menstrual, menstrual cramps, menstrual periods, all those things, that we go through, those things right there. He's like, listen, when I see you standing next to Sexy Red, all I see are two women. Drake, he's calling you a white girl.
Bleed him yet? Can I bleed him?
When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga.
Oh, so, okay, there's a double here. We'll get into the whole signing thing because that's the whole diss that Drake was getting into with him, saying that you're signed, you don't have the money, whatever. But the first double is he's calling him a woman. He's like, hey, you bleed red. You're just like, just any other, woman out there. He's like, listen, you'll do the splits for a man. That's what he says here. I want to make sure I heard this right.
If you don't like women, it's real competition. You might.
Oh yeah, he says,
pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I leave them yet. Can I bleed them? Bet. When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them.
So he says, yeah, you might pop. I'm gonna use the word booty. You pop booty with them, like he's calling that. So it's a double there. He's calling Drake a woman who does the splits for a man, but he's also addressing what Kendrick said about Kendrick only gets half. What he said in push-ups. You only get half. Drop down and give me 50. You only get 50%. And he's like, listen, you're signed to a person who's signed to a person who's signed to another person. And if you go back to, you say you're your own person, that you do your own thing, but really go back to the top. You're not. Someone owns you too. That's what he's saying.
You see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. Try see.
Kendrick is saying you're owned by the labels as well, Drake. You're owned.
And assist on a like that record. Oh, what you ain't like?
So there's a lot of talk about this cease and desist, because there was another guy, I forget who it was, who's mentioned this recently. I'm having a brain fart here. But it seems like, is this something that Drake does behind the scenes on a regular basis? He sends out cease and desist. Didn't Drake just get one though too for using the POC AI? I think he did.
To a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on a like that record. Oh, what you ain't like that record? Back to.
Shout out to the like that. That is Drake, J. Cole, and what's his name with the M?
Signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on a like that record. Oh, what you ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record.
I like the back-to-back record too. I thought that was really good.
Let me get back to that for the record.
I do like Drake.
Oh, what you ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. I'ma get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking thinking my life is rap. That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray, know nothing about that. Then giving them tools to walk through life like day by day, know nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20.
Dude, that's low. Hey, but in all fairness, Drake did go after his wife. So he's saying, listen, and he's not going after. He's like, listen, I didn't respond because I'm out there being a dad. I'm teaching my kid how to pray. I'm teaching my child how to do this and that, how to have integrity, discipline, all those things that Drake, you don't know anything about that. And Drake is a father. He's like, but you don't know how to be a dad. You can't teach your son or your child, or you can't teach your kids anything that you don't know yourself. And he's like, I'm teaching them discipline. You have no discipline. I'm teaching them morals. You have no morals. I'm teaching them how to pray. You don't know how to do all that. You don't know nothing about that.
To walk through life like day by day, know nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20. If I gotta smack niggas that right with you, yeah, bring them out too. I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Austin. Funny, he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him.
There's so much here. There's so much here. Let me get this back. Because I think there's a triple or quadruple. Hey, Kendrick, I said, hey, when Drake came out, if you don't respond in 24 hours, you had to come out with some. Well, Drake said you better come out with some quadruples, whatever they are, septuplets. And you just did. Let's get this back. I want to get this.
You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20. If I gotta smack niggas that right with you, yeah, bring them out too. I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Austin. Funny, he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him.
Okay, so there's triple. So Kendrick is playing on the words of Joel Osteen, and he's also who is a mega preacher who has like a cult-like following. So he's using that, and he's using the double is with the movie AI and the movie Sixth Sense, which is not Joel Osteen, who's the preacher, but it's Hale It's Joel Hale Osteen or Osteen or something, or no, it's not Osteen. It's like Osment. The guy that played in Sixth Sense. Okay, and so he says, listen, he says, am I battling ghosts going to the AI scheme or AI? Because again, AI, the Tupac AI, the Snoop Dogg AI, the diss that the second diss that Drake did, AI, but also the AI movie. And he says, am I battling ghosts? I see ghosts. Again, Sixth Sense. And then he throws out Beam and saying that Beam is a ghost rider of Drake. And I like Beam, by the way. But he's like, listen, so am I fighting ghost riders? Am I fighting AI? Who am I battling? It don't matter. You say it's 20 against 1, but it's me against... He say, no, it's 1 against 20. I'm the one that's going to battle any of your people. I will battle them all. And Kendrick Lamar will. Dude, Kendrick Lamar for the win already. If it stops right here, he already won. He already won this one. Drake... you lost, buddy. This is so good.
Feeling like Joe Hill Austin. Funny, he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick niggas all in the coffin. Yeah, OV-ho niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference.
Again, he says, listen, I'm going to put you all in a coffin, and he's on this death scheme, and he says, you might imitate heritage, going off the Canadian scheme and the American scheme here. You might imitate heritage, like you're an outsider, a Canadian coming to our land, America, trying to be a part of the culture, you know, and of course, Kendrick is saying you're a white boy, you're not black, so you're trying to imitate blackness, imitate the culture, but you'll never imitate it. And he goes, just like you can't imitate violence, like you can talk big, you can be a big talker, but that's all it is. All you can do is talk. That's all you can do. You know, and then he says, I will push your boundaries, cross the lines, again, using that coffin scheme, chalk lines. And he's like, listen, I don't care about the time difference. You could be 3 hours ahead. It doesn't matter. I'm still coming for the jugular. Fire. Fire. Absolutely fire. Fire.
Fine with it, I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in your family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody.
Oh, okay, so we know that, okay, this is deep. This is cool. So we know that Brody is a Canadian term for like homie or whatever. And obviously, with Kendrick Lamar, there's Crips blood. He's doing a flip. Instead of Brody, it's Crody. But Crody is also the name of Drake's cat. And so I think he's calling Drake a P-U, kitty. I don't use the word, figure it out. Because he's like, don't speak on the family, kitty. Kitten. You know, we're not using the word kitten. It starts with a P, ends with a Y, has a couple of S's in there. He's talking about you, Drake. He says, it can get deep in the family. Kitty, you know, talk about me and my family, kitty. And he says, someone gonna bleed in your family. And he's already said, listen, you're already a woman on the menstrual rag. It's gonna be you, buddy. But if you call out my family, I'm calling out yours. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's what he's saying. That is a threat. That is a threat.
Get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be at New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me.
Okay, so now he's doing this cheese scheme, but what is the Ho King, the new Ho King? Is that a Canadian thing? He's like, listen, I'm the king. You know, he's saying, I be at New Ho King. So he's calling Drake a woman that bleeds. So maybe he's calling him a hoe. I'm the new Ho King. So I'm your pimp. It's what he's saying. I'm your pimp. And then he says fried rice with dip, sauce, blamey, Crody. Tell me you're cheesin'. So he's using, hey, he's doing a double there with the cheese scheme.
Speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be at New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me you're cheesing, fam. We could do this right now on the camera, Crody. Ooh. Hey, fuck y'all niggas. I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punt y'all niggas. They punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food.
Football scheme there.
Finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punt y'all niggas. They punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. Psst, that's something you don't want to do.
Don't do it. He's like, drop the beef. I'm doing this for fun and games. You made it personal. You want to make it personal, you're not going to win.
We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more.
Hey, shout out to Kanye.
We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
He's calling him a white boy. Oh, this is fire, guys. This is fire. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. And guys, please share the video. We're trying to get the word out and grow this channel. We want to get as many people out there as we can. God bless you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. This was fire.